Colonel Alexander Hayes entered the bustling airport terminal, his polished boots clicking against the marble floor as the chaotic symphony of rolling suitcases, overhead announcements, and passengers' chatter enveloped him. Today was not another routine assignment. It was a mission weighted with the gravest sense of duty, escorting the remains of Sergeant Marcus Holloway, just 23, whose life had been claimed too soon in a war far from home. Hayes adjusted the crisp folds of his uniform, the medals and ribbons a silent testament to years of service, but none of them bore the weight of the moment ahead. Families hurried past, dragging toddlers and bags, while business travelers scrolled their phones, oblivious to the tension in the air. Yet all eyes seemed to unconsciously gravitate toward him, sensing the gravity of the situation. Approaching the airline counter, Hayes laid his military orders and ID with precision, his gaze calm but unyielding. The agent behind the desk, a young woman whose nervous glances betrayed her uncertainty, hesitated before looking up. Then the words hit like a blow. "Sir, there seems to be an issue with your flight. We cannot allow you to board at this time." Hayes inhaled slowly, the air thick with disbelief. He had faced hostile fire, collapsing buildings, and life-or-death choices. But this, being blocked from honoring a fallen soldier, was a different battle entirely. Behind him, whispers began to ripple through the line, a murmur of curiosity transforming into concern, as passengers recognized a man in uniform denied the solemn duty of escorting a comrade. A retired Marine standing near the back stepped forward, voice sharp with indignation. "I've been through security countless times," he said, "and I've never seen protocol stop someone from bringing a fallen brother home." Phones emerged from pockets, recording every motion, and slowly the terminal shifted from ordinary chaos to an arena of collective conscience. Hayes, shoulders squared, did not flinch or respond in anger. He merely stood, a pillar of calm amidst the growing storm, letting the absurdity of bureaucracy and the weight of honor collide silently, while the world watched. The standoff stretched, tension thick enough to taste, as airline staff whispered urgently among themselves, scanning the growing crowd and the phones capturing their every misstep. Hayes's presence commanded quiet respect, the gravity of his duty radiating outward, transforming ordinary passengers into witnesses and allies in a shared demand for justice. Live streams began to emerge, social media ignited, and the story spread beyond the walls of the terminal, igniting outrage and empathy across thousands of viewers who had never met him or the soldier he escorted. Every whispered excuse of security protocol or miscommunication became a testament to the fragility of honor when confronted by bureaucracy. Hayes did not raise his voice. He did not beg. He merely stood, resolute, embodying a principle that transcended policy. Respect for the fallen cannot be denied. Minutes stretched into eternity before Major Thomas Beckett arrived, cutting through the air with the unmistakable presence of authority. Identification flashed, posture rigid with command as he assessed the scene in a single, practiced glance. "Colonel Hayes," Beckett said, voice crisp and unyielding, "we are aware of the situation. A private military transport has been arranged. You and Sergeant Holloway will proceed without delay." Hayes's expression remained calm. Relief was unnecessary, satisfaction irrelevant. The mission was never about comfort or recognition. It was about duty fulfilled, about honoring the promise to every soldier who gave their life, and about demonstrating in the face of indifference that courage, integrity, and accountability are not negotiable. Around him, the terminal remained charged, a mix of awe, admiration, and indignation from civilians and veterans alike, all bearing witness to a small but significant victory, a reminder that public voice can hold systems accountable when moral courage stands firm. As Hayes escorted the casket toward the waiting military transport, the terminal seemed almost suspended in time, murmurs blending with the hum of overhead announcements, every step measured, deliberate, and full of solemn purpose. Phones continued to record, social media feeds updated live, and the story ignited debates, outrage, and calls for accountability far beyond the airport's walls. The airline, once a gatekeeper of indifference, now faced public scrutiny, criticism from veterans groups, social media backlash, and a growing sense that policy can never outweigh the moral responsibility to honor those who serve. Hayes did not linger to observe the fallout. His mission had been completed. Every measured step, every squared shoulder, every steady gaze toward the casket conveyed what words could not: that respect for the fallen cannot be conditional, that justice is amplified when people refuse to stay silent, and that honor, once denied, can still be reclaimed through courage and collective awareness. The passengers who had watched, recorded, and spoken up bore witness not just to the escort of a soldier, but to the unyielding assertion that integrity cannot be suppressed, that accountability will always find its way, and that no system, no matter how rigid, is stronger than the unwavering principles of those who serve and those who refuse to remain silent. Colonel Hayes, mission complete, stood as a quiet monument to duty, a reminder that the promise to every soldier, living or fallen, is sacred, and that the respect they deserve is neither negotiable nor optional, and that even in the face of apathy and obstruction, integrity can prevail, justice can be restored, and honor can be reclaimed, step by step, heart by heart, in the eyes of those who refused to look away.